Hello YouTube, this is Pink Austin coming to you today with a new video for Yu-Gi-Oh! The deck list I'll be showing off today will be one of uh, one of my most favorite ones as far as in the legacy for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the good old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just an updated version. This would be Yu-Gi-Moto's Dark Magician deck. Or I should say, an updated October 2020 Dark Magician deck profile. With more of the up to date newer cards. This is a deck that's very fun and could be competitive. If you play it correctly or if you open up the correct hands. But mostly it's just some kind of like fun deck to play. So let me show you guys. Let me go to it and I'll show you guys. Oh, wrong. Okay, there we go. So this is the deck profile. With the way I'm currently playing it. I'm still messing with it, but I wanted to show you guys since there was people that did ask me that wanted to see a Dark Magician deck profile, just as an idea with the newer cards and any kind of ideas I could give them. So here's a idea on deck profile that I like. For variant for Dark Magician. So I will show you guys. Obviously, you play 3 Dark Magician because he's your main monster. You obviously play the one Red Eyes for I'm pretty sure you know why. I like to play one Dark Magician girl just because she does come up occasionally and she does gain 300 attack for each Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in the graveyard. I do like to also play 2 Prentice Illusion Magicians. This card comes in very handy most of the time because you could add sorry, you could discard one. You could special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. And then if this card is normal or special summon, you could add 1 Dark Magician from your deck to your hand during damage calculation if you control other spellcaster monster opponent's battle. So it pretty much just becomes some kind of like honest. During the battle phase, that's very handy, and also gives you on summon, it gives you a Dark Magician to your hand if you don't have one. So pretty much, the way this deck is made is to get Dark Magician to your hand or to the grave as quick as possible, depending on what cards you open up. Do keep that in mind. This is just like some kind of like Dark Magician turbo deck, I guess you could say. But also does have the capability of doing more with the Red Eyes that I'm about to show you guys in a little bit, that I'm pretty sure you guys know about by now what I'm talking about. I do play only 2 Magician Rods. I was playing 3 before. I dropped it down to 2 just because I don't want to see the card as often. I used to see it all the time. This card is very handy because it gets you any of your spell or trap cards that list Dark Magician in their name or in the text. So it's very handy, to play this card. I wouldn't play. Like I said, I wouldn't play it at 3. 2 is working out just fine. I also do play 1 copy of Magician of Black Illusion. This card again, it's just another extender for Dark Magician. Very good card. Another level 7, so to do your rank 7 plays, or just to link summon away, depending on what you're doing. Pretty much. I also, one of the newer additions, obviously 3 Magician Souls. This card is very good card. Highly recommended. To play it at 3 if you're playing Dark Magician, or if you're playing Spiral, I guess. But we don't talk about them anymore. But yeah, the reason why you would play this because if you have 2 spells or up to 2 spell or traps in your hand, you could just get rid of them, or on the field, sorry, and you could just get rid of them and discard them, and get rid of them. And you get to draw 1 or 2 new cards depending on if you send 1 or 2 spell and trap cards. So it's very good. It's also an extender too for another card that I'm going to show you guys. It gets you free cards to your hand, or replenishes your hand, I guess that's what others would call it. So I'll show you guys when I get to it. I also do play two Phantasmes. Phantasmes my choice of a hand trap because it's a level 7. That's one of the reasons, and the way you rank 7 to any of your extenders, since most of the targets on this deck are level 7. It gets you to rank 7 plays much quicker, or link summon it away, whatever you feel. And it also lets you draw cards equal to the number of links. If you tend to go second, and your opponent summons a whole bunch of links to their field, then boom, you just draw free cards. So yeah, I would only play this at 2. Don't want to see it as much again. I also do play 2 Ash Blossom and Joy Springs. I feel this is a hand trap of choice, another hand trap of choice for this deck for Dark Magicians. Again, stopping any special summon from the deck or send a card from the deck to the graveyard, Ash stops it, and that's what most decks do nowadays. Especially if you're playing against, for instance, Dragmatica or Shadal's, Lightsworn, whatever deck you're playing against, Ash stops it pretty much, or at least one of the interactions. And most people just end turn after that, because if that was the only card they had in their hand, they're just going to end their turn after that. For spells, I do play one Eye of Timaeus. Obviously, it does come up. I wouldn't play no more than one. There's people that aren't even playing the one copy. I do see the one copy though, because it is very strong, especially the fusions you could bring out with this. The plays you could do with this is very strong, so that's why I play it at 1. Obviously, you want to play all 3 copies of Magical Circle. It's a card that lets you look at the top 3 cards, and then if you see a Dark Magician card, you add it to your hand. Doesn't matter what it is. So I mean, obviously you have to max that at 3, and then also when you summon a Dark Magician from your graveyard, you get to destroy something, pop something on the field. So it's very strong. Highly recommend this at 3. I wouldn't play this at 2 or 1. Just definitely at 3. I do play one magical inherence again. Banish 2 spell cards from your graveyard. Add 1 spell and trap from your deck to your hand. Specifies Dark Magician Girl. So this is very good too. I only play the 1 copy because I feel that's all you're gonna need on the late game. This is not an early game card. Late game or mid game maybe, when you have a whole bunch of spells in the graveyard, just banish any 2 that you aren't gonna reuse again, and you add a new one that you're gonna use. I do play 1 Illusion Magic. Obviously, you can tribute summon 1 Spellcaster monster. So right here I'm looking at Magician Souls after you've done the effect. Apprentice, Magician's Rod. I mean, or even Magician of Black Illusions. And it gets you 2 Dark Magicians to your hand, so you can do any kind of plays you need to do on the following turn or on the same turn. Depends what you see. Obviously, Dark Magic Attack. You control Dark Magician, destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. So Heartbeat Feral Duster right here, guys. Definitely good. I mean, it's a one-sided option. So yeah, I mean, definitely play the 1 copy of this. I do play 1 copy of Secrets of Dark Magic. Definitely, again, it reminds me of Super Poly in a way. A very strong card. Or that you should summon a monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as fusion materials. So this is very good. This is the only thing I would use it on, but it does have a second ability for Ritual if you are playing the Ritual variant. That's also very degenerate too. But yeah, right now I'm just using it for the fusion right now. I do play 3 Spellbook of Knowledge. Again, this is mostly used to get rid of those Magician Souls and draw 2 new cards after you've drawn already the other card or 2 with the Souls effect. So you go Souls, and then after that you do the effect. You draw 1 or 2 cards by getting rid of some spell and traps that you don't need, and then after that you just hold on to the knowledge and you get rid of the Magician Souls to draw 2 more cards. So very simple. I mean, Allure Darkness, again, similar to Knowledge, but instead of getting rid of a monster inside of the field, you're banishing it. You're banishing a dark monster from your hand. So it's not as good. That's why I only play it as on 2, but it is a draw card. So again, we're just trying to draw to all our pieces as quick as we can to win the game. Soul of Servant. Again, this card I do play it at 3 because stacking your deck with the Dark Condition card, it's very strong. It also lets you draw cards. So again, this is similar to Allure of Darkness and Spoken Judgment. When it's on graveyard, so definitely very strong. I do play the one copy of this. Some people don't play it. I think it's very strong just because I am playing Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, and it does come up most of the time. So this pretty much clears the whole board pretty much from what sorry just like I had a little brain fart there. You get to set a dark magic attack or a burning attack. So you get to set pretty much your Harpy's Feather Duster from your deck to the field, and you're pretty much gonna Harpy's Feather Duster them next turn or on the same turn, depending on what you have. But you do need to have a Dark Magician and a Dark Magician Girl, and you get a free special summon as well too if you have one of them. So if you have a Dark Magician Girl, you get to summon a Dark Magician. If you have a Dark Magician, you get to summon a Dark Magician Girl. So just keep that in mind. It's a very good card. Obviously, you play one Red Eyes Fusion because that's why I play the Red Eyes. And obviously, there's 3 Dark Magicians, and this is a Dark Magician deck. To feature summon for you already know who, for Dragoons. Yeah. So after that, also all the spells for traps. We do play 3 Magician Navigations. Obviously, free special summon of a spellcaster if you have a Dark Magician on the field. So this could special summon any of your spellcasters, like your Apprentice Illusion, your Magician of Black Illusions, your Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magicians. You get infinite options in a way. Pretty much very good options. And then the last trap card I do play in the deck, I do play 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I look at this the same way I look at Ash. They're very handy cards for this particular deck. Just because you stop your opponent from playing in some shape or form. So yeah, this deck is 40 cards. Now we're going to be going into the extra deck. Give me 1 second. This is probably... Okay, so there we go. So for extra deck, I am playing 2 copies of the Dark Magicians. Again, it's just to use when you bring it out. It's a very strong card. Once per turn, if a spell or trap card effect is activated, except during the damage step, you could draw 1 card. Then, if it's a spell or trap, you can set it. And if it's a trap, quick place spell, you could activate it the same turn. So this makes you don't have to wait another turn to activate that trap card if you do draw it. I do play the 1 copy of the Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Again, very strong card. It cannot be targeted by spell and trap cards, and it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So very strong card, 3,000 beater. Definitely. I do play the 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl, Dragon Knight. Again, this is why I played Tamias for her and for the knight. Both knights. Just for in case they do come up, you never know, they could come up. And she's also pretty strong. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 face-up card on the field, and destroy that card. So it doesn't it just gets rid of it by targeting it. Obviously, you do play the 1 Dragoon, so I don't really need to explain this card. This card is, one of the strongest cards, if not the strongest card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently right now. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna be around for. I could see this card probably going to 1 or probably getting banned real soon. That's all for fusions. For exceeds, I am playing Ebon Illusion Magician at 2. Again, there's a lot of rank 7s in this deck, so this is one of the options to get a free Dark Magician to the field. I play 1 copy of Ebon High Magician. 1 Big Eye to take control of the opponent's monsters. 1 Draco Sack to pop stuff and summon tokens for in case, and make Draco Sack indestructible, make him destroy the tokens first and then him. So yeah, all these guys right here are all rank 7s. They're all strong rank 7s actually. For links, I am playing one Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Again, if you play level 7 or higher, if it's a material, it makes the card indestructible by opponent's card effects, and when it destroys a monster, you get to activate one of the 3 abilities to gain 1500 attack, make a second attack, or on the next battle phase, or banish 1 card on the field. So most people are going to use it for the banishing 1 card, or to gain more attack, just to make it a 4500. Like, there's hardly nothing that could get rid of that, unless you're playing against a Egyptian God card deck, like a raw deck or something. Then they might have a easier time getting rid of it. Obviously playing the one Appaloosa. This could be Access Code Talker too, if you don't like Appaloosa. I like Appaloosa on this deck just because you get to do more negations. One IP Masquerena. Obviously, every time I play IP Masquerena, I always play Unicorn with it, just because you want to bounce stuff, problem cards back to the deck. You're able to have that option. And then I do play the one Phoenix to get rid of a problem, spell, or trap that's on the field. So, right here I'm looking at Mystic Mime, or other cards, that are just annoying. Or they can only be one, problem cards like that. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much the Dark Condition deck profile I currently have. I just wanted to showcase it, since people did ask me, they wanted to see a solid Dark Condition deck. I have seen a whole bunch of them online, but I feel that they weren't too accurate on some of the choices. So that's why I wanted to bring my opinion on the deck, so I could show you guys. There is another option that I do have. That I probably will showcase later on if people comment that they want to see it, or or anything. I do have a Dogmatica version too. That works pretty well too. I could post it as well too, but I need for that one, again, I need to make sure you guys comment, like the video, and subscribe too, so I could continue posting more Yu-Gi-Oh, and you guys could continue seeing more amazing deck lists that I have. But yeah, guys, again, like I said, just make sure to subscribe, follow. I do stream on Twitch. Yu-Gi-Oh, not as much right now, but I can if you guys do want me to. Playing the decks I have made, so I can show you guys more the combos and everything that they do. And yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video, and make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitch as well too. Have a good day, guys.